3 words were typed and 3 lives were taken. Chandler, father of 3, was texting his wife 3 words, "I love you." And in a matter of seconds, he crashed and killed his 3 children who were located in the backseat of his car. This story is according to AT&T's Texting While Driving It Can Wait campaign. And as you can see, Chandler has to carry around that guilt from killing his 3 children because of a careless mistake. He had his eyes off the road for just a matter of seconds, and in those seconds, his whole entire life had changed. Did you know that whenever you drive 55 miles per hour or more, and you keep your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds, that's equivalent to traveling the length of a football field. So although you don't think that you're really going that far, you're keeping your eyes off the road for a great distance. Today, I will be persuading you to become an advocate to stop texting while driving. Throughout this speech, I would like you to ask yourself this question: is any text that you send worth taking a life? So before we start looking at why we need to stop texting and driving, I would like you to first examine what harm is actually being created. According to the texting while driving statistics, 3,331 people are killed yearly, whereas 387,000 people are injured yearly due to texting while driving. Whenever you text and drive, you become 23 times more likely to come into an accident. Texting while driving has actually surpassed the dangers of drunk driving. When you're texting and driving, you become 6 times more likely to crash compared to when you're driving intoxicated. So the question is, what has caused this problem? With the greater technology evolving, there's been greater temptation for us to have our cell phones on us. A lot of kids don't really realize that it's such a big problem, and adults too. They don't realize that texting while driving is so harmful and dangerous. For example, there's about 77% of teens say that they're confident with texting while driving. They think that they're very good at it, whereas 28% of adults admit to texting while driving on a regular basis. And this is according to the Texting Thumbnail site. As you can tell, so many people don't think that this is a problem, but it in fact really is a problem. So in order to promote distraction-free driving, there's multiple things that we can do. For example, we can begin to educate our friends and family members. You can do this on a personal level, or else we can even start educating teens and students within schools. And with schools, they can have speakers come in, or they can have different activities for the students to partake in. For example, the State Highway Patrol actually has something called the Distracted Driver Simulator, and I have actually partaken in this event. You get into a car and you put goggles on, and as it shows you driving down the road like normal, and you have no problem driving without any distractions. And then it hands you your cell phone, and they let you use your own cell phone because a lot of kids, they say that they are able to memorize a keypad, so they're not really distracted. And it lets you show how inadequate you really are while you're texting while driving. It shows whenever you swerve over the lane and when you're most likely to crash. And it shows how texting while driving truly does, it does distract you, and it really is dangerous. Next, there's ways to enforce to stop texting while driving. For example, there's 39 states here, Ohio is now included, that prohibit texting while driving. So as you can tell, the fact that there's 39 states, almost all of the states have laws against texting while driving. This has become a greater problem. Also, there's different apps and different modes that you can use for your phone. For example, AT&T and Sprint, they both have drive mode apps. And what the drive mode app is, after you're going 10 miles per hour, it locks your phone up so you can't receive emails or texts or phone calls to promote distraction-free driving. And also, you have to actually turn on this mode. So whenever you turn on the mode, if you're in the passenger side, if you don't have it on, you can still text or surf the web, anything you'd like. Next, there's also pledges that you can partake in. And with the pledges, you can either sign up to say that you're not going to text and drive, or else you can also take it one step further and say that you're not going to drive with anyone who is texting and driving. And with this, if you're in a car with someone, that means if your friend's texting, you simply ask them to put their phone down, and if they will not do that, then you don't drive with them again. Lastly, you can lead by example, and with doing both of those, educating and enforcing, it's not just a piece of paper that you're writing or signing for like a pledge. It's actually a commitment, and people need to see that you're serious about not texting while driving and promoting this safety. So you need to lead by example and actually let your actions speak for themselves. Now, by following these steps, this will reduce the number of people who are texting and driving. This then will lead to fewer accidents, and after that, it will reduce the number of deaths and injuries caused from texting while driving. In order to educate our society, we need to continue promoting distraction-free driving, because this will reduce the temptation. Again, so many people don't really understand the true harms of texting while driving, so we need to let society know how harmful it truly is and why they need to stop. Again, this will reduce the temptation. We can't change the rate that technology has been evolving, and it has been quickly, but we can reduce the number of reckless drivers who are texting and driving by educating and enforcing laws. Today, I am asking you to become an advocate to stop texting while driving. Again, you can educate. We can do this many ways. You can educate, you can pledge, or lead by example. But most importantly, what I'm asking you to do is to simply turn off your cell phone while you're driving. Put it away or put it on silent. It doesn't need to be out. This will promote distraction-free driving, and it'll let you have your full attention to the road. It'll keep the roads a lot safer. As you can tell, going back to Chandler's story, it affects so many people other than yourself. You're affecting so many innocent people and putting them into danger. So in closing, I would like to remind you the harms of texting while driving. And again, before you send that text while you're driving, I would like you to ask yourself, is this text that I'm sending worth taking a life? Thank you for your time.